Hello neighbors, it's Brad here at Etrailer, and today we're taking a look at the arc lighting Tiny Monster LED bulb. Now this is going to be a great replacement for your taillights, and this one specifically is going to be for your 7440 and your 7443 bulbs, and it's going to be a direct replacement that pops in and gives you great light right out the gate. So now we have our LED on our passenger side and the regular incandescent on the driver's side. We're going to be able to see the big difference here, so I'll go ahead and hit my brakes. Now here you can see our brake light illuminated, and the great part about the LEDs is it's a nice clean light. It's also giving off 600 lumens, and this one has LEDs 360 degrees, so in a housing like this it really does project that light really well, giving it a cleaner and modern look compared to your incandescent lights, but also you get more of an efficient use of your electricity as your LEDs take less and produce more light. So great upgrade for your vehicle. If your taillight burns out, you might as well move up to an LED, and the lifespan generally will be longer from the incandescent as well. Now you can see here on our passenger side when I hit the brakes that the actual brake light portion of the bulb is burnt out, so that can be a safety issue. If people can't see that both the lights are illuminating, it kind of lessens the chance that they'll see us, so we're going to go ahead and replace that. Now we're going to be changing out the bulb on an Acura RDX, and yours may be different to gain access to the bulb. Sometimes you will have to remove the taillight. Sometimes you can pull your interior panel back and gain access to the bulb. Kind of depends on the manufacturer. But changing the bulb out is going to be the same concept, so we're going to go ahead and gain access to our bulb, and I'll show you how to do the changing of it. So I've gone ahead and pulled our taillight out, and it's going to be generally kind of similar to this one, where you're going to have a plug that goes into the bulb, but sometimes it's easier to keep that attached so you have leverage to twist this. And you're going to see this one, it's seen better days. It is burnt out. One of the coils is still fine, it's working there, but when we hit our brake lights it's not. So normally a good rule of thumb when installing bulbs, you don't really want to touch them, more so on headlights, but just something to keep in mind. This one's burnt, so it doesn't really matter, but putting it in, just kind of be careful or wear some gloves so your oil doesn't get on it. So with the LEDs, it's not as crucial to not touch the bulbs, and in fact you can see this one's actually protected with a nice little cap. But just again, rule of thumb to always touch these light bulbs with protection, because your finger oils, as they get heated up, will actually cause the bulb to break sometimes. But as you can see, that just pops in place. You can do it either way. Doesn't really matter, because the way that the pins are designed, it's kind of like you can go either way and it's going to work. So we'll just push this in place, make sure it's snapped in, and then we'll go ahead and put this back. And sometimes there's going to be notches that are different sizes, so we have one large one. Just align those and then twist that, and that should be in place. So we'll go ahead and test it before we get this all buttoned up, just to see how it looks. So now I have my running lights on, and we can see that the low beam is working. So the next thing to check is when you hit the brake pedal, it should have that high beam illuminate nice and bright. Now that we know that it's working properly, we can go ahead, button this all back up, and then replace the other side so it's matching. And that was a look at the arc lighting Tiny Monster LED replacement bulb.